Weird Origins You Didn't Know, Part 11. We're stepping back to the year 1887, when German-American inventor Emil Berliner invented the gramophone. While the gramophone was futuristic for its time, it's very primitive by today's standards. For example, it had no volume control, so when things got too loud, an impromptu solution was to stuff something into the horn, usually a sock. This would help to muffle the sound. This makeshift volume reducer birthed the phrase, "Put a sock in it," which has become a cheeky request for someone to shut up. The next origin story takes us to 17th century Europe, where hygiene wasn't as it is today. Lice were a common problem, and one of the solutions was to shave one's head to prevent infestations. But going bald, especially for the elite, wasn't seen as socially acceptable. So a new fashion craze emerged among the elite, the powdered wig. And as you know, some folks just love to imitate the elite. So before long, many people were sporting powdered wigs, but only the wealthy could afford the most elaborate ones, which were made with human hair, required expensive maintenance, and were extremely big. Soon, people were able to distinguish the elite from the commoners based on the size of their wigs. This gave rise to the phrase, big wig. And we use the phrase in the same way today to describe someone of high status. We're just not wearing those ridiculous wigs anymore. We'll end in ancient Rome, a time of grand emperors, sprawling empires, and profound wisdom. Among the scholars of the era was Pliny the Elder, who penned the monumental work Naturalis Historia around 79 AD. Within its pages, Pliny described an antidote for poison. Among the many ingredients for this antidote was salt. How much salt? Just 1 grain. Over time, this idea of using salt as a protective measure evolved. Instead of literal protection from poison, it became a metaphorical shield against suspicious or unreliable information. This led to the phrase, "take with a grain of salt." So there you have it. Put a sock in it, big wig, and take with a grain of salt. And now you know their origins. Go tell somebody.